Last session, the party started above ground to tie loose threads. In the throne room, Nephir received a ring in gold from Annabelle's circle, presented by Bernadette. Cliff put coin and conscience to work by leasing a mid-range property for his new foundation to aid those they'd freed from bondage, and Tim commissioned Bastion blueprints. A short detour through the library yielded only standard lore on gods who might bear a grudge against soon, so the group chose action over archives and descended into the sewers. They found a makeshift laboratory, a corpse on a table in 2 simmering vats. Meku began an autopsy. The cadaver lurched alive, stronger than a common ghoul or zombie, and oddly resistant to Meku's sacred fury. When it finally fell, Tim ran alchemical tests. The meat slurry matched in flavor and function things they'd seen at the Arakakra portal. A dragon tooth dissolved like foam in oil, pointing to an anti-dragon agent. Tim ritual purified 1 vat to inert water. At their urging, he scrubbed the second too. They scraped out samples, 2 vials secured, a water skin disastrously corroded mid-carry that burned through Tim's boot, and Nephir caught Tim and Cliff trying to sneak a larger research stash. After a tense exchange, they agreed, 2 vials to the council, and any personal work only by permission, not by theft. Webs thickened, a hidden nest exploded into motion. 1 giant spider sprayed a square of floor into glue, the other yanked Nephir close, grappled him, and pumped venom that locked his limbs as it skittered toward a central pit. Bramble's wildfire spirit detonated webbing, teleporting Cliff from the strands. Tim Vortex warped Nephir across the chamber. Meku winged over the mess and wrenched Nephir free, then hacked an X through a spider's abdomen. The second brute slung more webs, bit deep, and dragged Meku. Even so, scorching rays, sacred tolls, and axework cut the chittering to silence. Cliff's lesser restoration drew the venom out of Nephir like smoke from a wound. They collected 2 handfuls of giant spider silk and 4 rations of spider legs, pocketed a few coins from a glittering heap in a fungus room, and ate a trapped chest's fire blast for their curiosity. A dark shaft swallowed a glowing pebble with a wet hiss, likely an ooze working sewage duty, and they moved on. At the end of a narrow hall, a feathered war-mage snapped a wind-up force cannon to life and wrapped himself in a shimmering shield. Bramble froze him with a clutch hold. Meku stormed in, and with savage precision, scored brutal hits. The mage broke free and unleashed twin fireballs that collapsed Meku and Bramble. The cannon drilled force bolts down the corridor. Tim crashed in with manacles and rope to compound the restraint, while Nephir hammered away. But another blast dropped more allies. Cliff, channeling soon, hauled friends back from the brink with a sweeping miracle. Then the team piled on. Bramble's final scorching ray burned a hole through the mage's brow. Smoke curled in the corridor. The cannon fell silent, burned, battered, and clutching proof of a dragon-killing toxin. They stood amidst web ash and scorched stone. The cult still lurked somewhere deeper in the maze, and the council would want answers. The choice ahead was stark: withdraw to report and recover, or press the advantage before the sewers have time to wake.